Okay, so if you've ever been trying to lose weight and get healthy, but then it's like Wednesday night and sugar cravings come up, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. In today's video, I'm gonna give you my top 4 tips to crush sugar cravings that have saved me over the past 15 years and helped me stay fit and healthy. What's up guys, it's Coach Rye from True Strength Fitness. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone that's struggling to lose weight so we can all get fit and healthy together. And let's get right into the video. Okay, so I was talking with my good friend Brianna, who's in our True Strength Fitness Mastermind group, and Brianna is doing it all. She's a mom, she's married, she's working, she's going to school, and she's got big fitness goals. And so for her, she's super hardworking, obviously, and she's super committed to her plan. She's doing her meal prep, she's doing her workouts, everything's going great. But she brought up a good point, which is like, hey, like I want to do all these things and stick to the plan, but what do I do when sugar cravings come up? Specifically, these start to come up like the first week or so that you're like really disciplined with your program, because your body's just not used to the nutrients that are coming in. If you're not on a good healthy eating program and working out consistently, your body, it kind of just starts to crave the sugar. And so we're basically swapping those two things. We're putting in the healthy food, the body will start to crave healthy food. And then the sugar, over time, it's going to decrease the cravings. That being said, it's super high in the beginning, right? That's totally normal. And so today I just want to give you the top 4 tips that have saved me, because I have a sweet tooth as well, over the past 15 years. So the overview of the tips, I would go through, like if I was having intense sugar cravings, I would go through number 1 and number 4 in order. And obviously best case scenario is you're just gonna stick to the meal plan. But if you're like, I'm craving Ben & Jerry's and there's no way that I can trust myself tonight without doing something to get this under control, I'd start with number 1 and then just go down this list that I'm about to give you. Okay, so for the first tip, I would say do a greens powder and water. And a lot of the times, all cravings are is if you're hungry. And so water and fiber in the form of a greens powder, instead of eating like 5 pounds of raw vegetables like a little rabbit, is just a great way to like, it gives you a nice taste from the greens. So the greens powder is a great way to increase your satiety basically and how full that you feel. So my number 1 tip would be get a big old glass of water, put a greens powder in it, shake it up. It's gonna give you a little bit of flavoring from the powder itself, but the fiber combined with the water usually will increase the amount of fullness that you're feeling, and that can usually buy you a few hours. So maybe think like at night, if you do that and then go to bed, or in between meals, if you're having sugar cravings, that would be my first tip for you. So tip number 2 is from one of my favorite people, Sherry Travers. And this is something that she would do way back in the gym days when we had our Scottsdale location, and she's still doing it today. So this is a great tip from her, and that is to basically use Greek yogurt, put it in a bowl, and then put your favorite protein powder, whether it's chocolate or caramel or whatever flavor you want. You put those things together and you mix it in a bowl, add a little bit of fruit. Now all of a sudden you have like a nice consistency, a nice taste, a chocolate or a caramel taste with fruit. So it's very sweet. Add a Stevia packet to increase the sweetness as well. And then bonus tip, if you put it in the freezer, you can almost get it into the consistency of like a frozen yogurt, which is literally what it is. And so that's a really great second tip, that if you've done the water, you've done the greens powder, and then you want to still eat something. Okay, so if you've done those 2 things, or maybe you just want to pick and choose any of these tips, one of the biggest tips that's helped me has been Lily's chocolate bars. And especially for you, the ladies out there, that time of the month, especially for my wife, usually that's the time that you really have a specific craving. So if you're a chocolate lover, Lily's chocolate is just like a healthier alternative to like a Hershey's chocolate bar or a Butterfinger or any of those things that you know have a ton of sugar and a ton of calories. First of all, dark chocolate is going to be way better nutritionally for you. It's less sugar, it's less calories, so it won't spike your insulin as high as those other chocolate bars. But it's just a great way to feel like if you're having cravings during the week, I usually keep a couple of Lily's bars stashed in the cupboard for like worst case scenario. And I know in my head, that's a lot better that I can just get up and get the Lily's chocolate bar, eat that and be satisfied, than going and binging and undoing the entire week of progress from some of those other like candy, junk food candy bars. Now Lily's you can find basically anywhere these days. They've been around for quite a long time. So think stores like Safeway, Walmart, obviously Amazon, anywhere that you regularly shop, you should be able to find them easily. Okay, so that brings us to tip number 4, which is basically a healthy cheat meal recipe book that Milo and I have compiled basically since the past 15 years of my life, with all these little tips that we just gave you for specific foods. So if you like ice cream, we have a healthy cheat meal alternative ice cream recipe. We have it for peanut butter protein balls. We have it for chocolate cake. And so now you see what we're starting to do is like, we're starting to build out a menu of tools. Think like Batman and his tool belt. If you run into a situation, you're gonna have the right tool to get the job done and help keep you on track for the long run. And remember, don't beat yourself up if you have cravings. That's gonna be a normal part of your life. We're only human, we have emotions, our body has certain cravings. And so these tips will just be a really good way to help you stay on track and make it a lifestyle. So the cheat meal recipe books are broken down into smaller little ebooks. The links are in the pinned post. And basically it's like protein pancakes, it's desserts, it's protein shakes, it's protein power bowls, and it's coffees. And that's basically it, guys. So to recap, Brianna, you're doing a great job. Cravings are gonna be a normal part of life. They're gonna be a lot higher in the beginning, but to encourage you over time, it's gonna become less and less, to the point where when you have these things, your body's gonna be like, I'm good, like I had a little bit, I don't even crave these things anymore. So keep doing a great job. And again, to recap, the 4 tips for crushing sugar cravings would be water and a greens powder, Greek yogurt in a protein mix, freeze it, make it like a frozen yogurt, Lily's chocolate bars, and the 26 healthy cheat meal recipe ebooks that you guys all have access to. So if you find this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who's struggling to lose weight so we can all get fit and healthy together. And until next time, remember that I believe in you and you've got this.